Guys, welcome back. So if I only had $1,000 to deploy in the market right now and I wanted a rapid growth, this is what I would personally do right now. Now, although we have an Ethereum chart up at the moment, I actually wouldn't deploy it into Ethereum. And the reason why is because this is more a growth / stability play. So if I buy Ethereum right now with $1,000, it's not going to make me, 50K in the short term, 100 grand in the short term. It probably won't even make me $20,000 in the short term. And if I'm only deploying $1,000 to begin with, I want a rapid growth project. And I explain these concepts in the videos above where I talk about a stability, rapid growth, and growth projects. So what am I looking for to begin with? I'm looking for a rapid growth project. What would an example of a rapid growth project be? I'll give you a classic example, Bonk token. Now, we actually gave out this project last year, under a $50 million market cap. It exploded in value and did extremely well. If you put even $1,000 into this, you would be up over 40,000 in less than 2 months if you jumped in on that call. Now, the reason why I'm showing this example is because that's a real life example that we can all see, right? It's not just hearsay, it's not just hypothetical, it's something that actually happened, right? So that's the first point. However, we have to find the opportunity. We have to find the micro cap play. So what do I do now? So once I've found my rapid growth project, now it's not going to be Bonk, right now. There's a few other projects which, again, we'll talk about towards the end of the video, but I would find a rapid growth project that I can 10x on in the short term. That would be my first objective, right? I know everybody wants to jump to the 100K mark, but when you're dealing with such small amounts of money, like $1,000, this applies if you're, looking at $500 or $200, even $100. This strategy still applies. But what I'm looking for is a 10x to begin with. That has to be the focus for me anyway, right? Why? Because if I can 10x in the short term, take advantage of a fairly solid microcap project that can 10x in the short term, I turn my $1,000 into $10,000 pretty fast, right? So I've 10x my capital already. Now, what this does, it gives me more, it gives me more capital, and it allows me to maybe split and diversify my portfolio a lot more. It allows me to take on more risk and more. But the reason why it's important to focus on the 10x to begin with is because many of you are probably thinking, well, if that project gave me a 10x, that microcap that we've just bought has given us that 10x, has turned our 1,000 into 10,000. Why not just stick with it? Why not just hold that project for the entire cycle? Now, the reason why, and again, very important point, I hope everybody's taking notes now, because this is actually one of the biggest reasons and one of the biggest mistakes that people actually made last cycle. They assumed because a project made them a 10, a 20x, a 30x, the pump would be sustained, right? So when you turned your $500 into 5,000, when you turned your, 10,000 into 100K, when you turned your 1,000 into 10,000, you assumed that that project would produce more. That project would turn your 10,000 into 100. But what ended up happening is it actually sold off. People started to profit take, the project dumped, and it did not return. And you missed your opportunity to scale, right? So do not make that mistake. And this is why once we make that 10x, we take profit. And then once we take profit out of that microcap project, this is when we, as I just said, broaden our horizons. We look at other projects, we start to diversify a bit more, and we essentially want to repeat this process again and 10x that $10,000. Once we do that, we're now at 100K. Now, I know what you're thinking, isn't this a long process? Doesn't this take very long? For those of you that maybe this is your first cycle, just go back and back test the market, have a look at the markets. These kinds of moves, these kinds of plays actually take place very, within a short period of time, typically within 1 month, 1 month to 3 months. Some projects you could maybe extend it into 4 months or so, or 6 months. But those projects, typically you're going to get more than that. So you probably achieve a 30x or a 40x within this time frame. But a 10x, this can all take place very, very, very fast, which is why it's important that you are positioned in the market at the right time. Because actually, the longer you take to actually take action to find these microcap projects to achieve your first 10x, the harder it actually becomes to achieve that life-changing money that everybody wants to make in crypto land, right? So this is time sensitive, and you must understand that the ideal time is to buy on a market dip or when the altcoin market hasn't yet broken out. And here's the good news. The altcoin market hasn't yet broken out, so you are in a great position. So all you need to do right now is find your first 10x. Now, the first thing I would say when finding your first 10x is be careful. Don't just assume, a random project that you see online is going to be your 10x. Loads of people were telling you to get out of the market last year. I was the only person actually positioning ourselves, buying, and we made a ton of money. So you also have to see, is the person that is, that you're listening to and you're watching, do they have a track record of success in the market? Do they have a track record of success over a long period of time, right? Then you're probably going to be more inclined to lean towards some of their trade ideas and coin and cryptocurrency project because they've already proven themselves, right? So to actually fast track this, we actually have 10x's that you can enter right now in our Crypto Crew Premium channel. The link is below. We have one project that we just given out two projects that we've given out the last chance to buy on. We do think that they are going to break out pretty soon, and once they do break out, they're pretty much going to go to the moon. And some of these projects will likely be your first 10x, right? So if you want to speed up this process, and basically action this right away, sign up to the link below. We'll personally send you the priority projects to enter right this second that we are expecting a breakout on. But anyway, best of luck to all of you for this bull cycle. I hope this video has helped a lot. I hope it's given you a broader perspective on things, and now has given you a bit more strategy moving forward and understanding. I know we all want to make the 100 plus right away. We all want to make the million overnight, but let's begin with a 10x to begin with. So that's your homework right now, finding your first 10x. I'll see you all in Crypto Crew Premium, and get in on those projects before they take off. I'll speak to you all soon. Seize the day.